Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're tackling a question I get asked all the time. How do you manage to read so many difficult books, especially dense philosophy texts, and actually understand them? It's a fantastic question, and I'm thrilled to share my approach with you. Let me assure you, there's no secret superpower involved here. I wasn't born with an innate ability to instantly grasp complex ideas. My method is entirely strategic, built on a series of practical steps anyone can adopt. It's about working smarter, not necessarily harder, and certainly not about having some magical intellectual gift. Before you even crack open the cover of a challenging book, especially in philosophy, preparation is absolutely crucial. Think of it as laying the groundwork for a sturdy intellectual building. A little upfront effort saves a lot of frustration later on. Start by conducting some preliminary research about the book itself. Don't just dive in blind. Get a sense of what you're about to encounter. This initial reconnaissance will significantly enhance your reading experience. Next, research the author and their historical context. Understanding when and where they lived, what major events shaped their world, and who their contemporaries were can illuminate their ideas. Philosophy, in particular, is deeply rooted in its historical moment. Identify the key concepts the author explores before you begin reading. Look for common themes, recurring terms, or central arguments associated with their work. Knowing these in advance provides a valuable roadmap. Crucially, try to understand the why behind the book. What questions was the author trying to answer? What problems were they addressing? Approaching the text with these questions in mind gives your reading a clear purpose. This foundational framework helps you anticipate arguments and connect ideas as you read. It transforms a potentially overwhelming experience into a guided exploration. You're not just passively receiving information, you're actively seeking answers. One of the biggest mistakes people make with difficult books is trying to speed read them. Please discard that mentality entirely when it comes to complex texts. This isn't a race, it's a deep dive. Adopt a deliberate and unhurried pace. There's no prize for finishing first, only for understanding deeply. Allow yourself the time and space to truly absorb the material. I often read in very short bursts, sometimes just a few pages, or even a single paragraph. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's incredibly effective. It prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information. This slow, methodical approach facilitates deeper engagement with the material. You're not just skimming words, you're wrestling with ideas. Each sentence becomes an opportunity for reflection. Reading in short, focused sessions also prevents information overload. Your brain can only process so much complex data at once. Give it time to digest before moving on. Don't be afraid to reread passages multiple times to ensure comprehension. Sometimes a sentence or a paragraph only truly clicks on the second or third pass. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of thoroughness. Passive consumption is the enemy of understanding when it comes to difficult books. You cannot simply let the words wash over you. You must engage actively with the text. This is where the real work and the real magic happens. Annotate heavily within the book itself. This is your conversation with the author, a record of your thoughts and questions. Don't be precious about keeping your books pristine. They are tools for learning. Underline key arguments, thesis statements, and important definitions. This helps you quickly identify the core ideas when you revisit the text later. It creates a visual map of the author's reasoning. Circle unfamiliar terms or concepts that you need to look up later. Building your vocabulary and conceptual understanding is a continuous process. Don't let an unknown word derail your comprehension. Jot down personal thoughts, reactions, and questions in the margins. These marginalia are invaluable for tracking your evolving understanding. They capture your immediate intellectual responses. Beyond the book, utilize a separate notebook to summarize key ideas from each chapter or section. This forces you to articulate what you've read in your own words, solidifying your grasp of the material. Summarizing is a powerful learning tool. Use this notebook to track arguments and connect them to other concepts you've encountered. See how ideas build upon each other, or how they relate to other philosophers or theories. This helps you build a holistic understanding. It's important to recognize that difficult books, especially philosophical texts, are often meant for discussion and interpretation. You are not expected to understand everything in isolation. Learning is a communal activity. Don't hesitate to consult secondary sources for clarification when you hit a wall. These can provide different perspectives and explanations that might unlock a difficult passage. Think of them as helpful guides. Refer to academic articles, commentaries, or companion guides specifically written about the book or author. Scholars have spent years dissecting these texts, and their insights can be incredibly valuable. They can illuminate nuances you might miss. In today's world, you can also watch relevant YouTube videos or listen to podcasts that discuss the book or its concepts. Many educators and enthusiasts create excellent content that breaks down complex ideas into more digestible formats. These can be great starting points. Engaging with other perspectives helps you identify potential blind spots in your own understanding. Someone else might highlight an interpretation you hadn't considered or clarify a point that was confusing. It broadens your intellectual horizon. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of intellectual humility and a commitment to true understanding. We all stand on the shoulders of giants, and that includes the giants who explain other giants. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, view reading difficult books as a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when you feel like you're making no progress, and that's perfectly normal. Intellectual growth takes time. Anticipate moments of frustration, confusion, and the urge to quit. These feelings are part of the process, especially with challenging material. Don't let them deter you. Acknowledge them and keep going. Focus on the immense reward that awaits you: profound intellectual growth and a deeper understanding of complex ideas. The satisfaction of truly grasping a difficult concept is unparalleled. It expands your mind in incredible ways. Celebrate small victories throughout your reading journey. Finishing a particularly challenging chapter, understanding a previously confusing paragraph, or making a new connection are all reasons to acknowledge your progress. These small wins fuel your motivation. Continue pushing forward, even when it feels tough, to unlock the treasures within complex texts. The wisdom contained in these books is immense, and it's waiting for you to discover it. You are capable of this. You have the tools, the strategy, and the intellectual curiosity to conquer any difficult book. Embrace the challenge, enjoy the process, and watch your understanding of the world deepen. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.